समाजको
Namaste. For the preservation, recurring and enhancement of Nepalese history, culture and heritage, we are here at the Chisapani fort through Samajkoawaj.com television. It's a very historical fort. It's well built by the Sen dynasty. Who built it? I'm not sure because there is no more petrograph over here. I could guarantee it is between the Luang Sen to Digbandhan Sen. I guess in between Harihar Indra Sen, Hemkarna Sen, and so on. So the architecture is similar to the Makwanpur castle, Makwanpur fort, and Hariharpur fort. So it's a no doubt well built. However, it was ruined sometime because of earthquakes. So Nepal government had order in 1807 also to rebuild this fort with huge manpower, with huge wealth. It is routinely given order. I have seen it. So this fort definitely it is the replica of the Sen dynasty's wealth, military power, military strategies, security awareness, their foreign relation, and culture, architect, heritage. They are really great because it is the proof you could speak about. If I talk about the only forts about the Sen dynasty, so many forts within just Makwanpur. If I talk within this Makwanpur kingdom, it had Ambas fort in Makwanpur, Hariharpur fort in Sinduli, Ada in Sinduli, Udaipur fort in Udaipur, and Chaudandi in Udaipur. Then after Dhungegadi, Botegadi, Jungegadi, Daduagadi, Makwanpur castle, Makwanpur fort, this Chisapani fort, then after Kandrang fort, and so on. Upardangadi, Sumeswar Gadi, so many look at in the Tarai areas, in the plain areas, there were Parsagadi, Baragadi, and Samanpur area also there were Gadhis. And even in Hajipur, we had a fort over there. It is very far away from our present border. The Nepalese border up to the Hajipur during the Anglo-Nepal War. The local people, they know it. The people from Rautahat and Bara, they know it. So, look at their Sen dynasty administration, very strong administration. However, it was overcome by, annexed by the Gorkha ruler, King Prithvinansa. Look at, definitely Gorkha ruler were inferior than the Sen ruler. But their courage, their willpower, their determination, it was great. And they were able to capture, occupied, annex this Makwanpur state, include all the forts by the Gorkhalis. So, look at, the inferior state could capture all these forts and the very powerful state. So, the unification battle directly relates with this fort. There's no doubt. Also, during the battle against Mir Qasim, the Muslim invasion, the fort, it was used. After that, during the Anglo-Nepal War, definitely it was used with the big cannons. the Kali cannons and the Kali tube. It's really, really famous over this area. It worked very, very effectively, so that local people have been worshipped it as a goddess, Kali goddess. Still, the cannon is here. Also, inside this fort, there is a Batuk Bhairav god, very powerful god, that is God. So still it remains here as a very powerful god, and the local people from this area, they believe, they have got big faith on it. And one of the Nepalese Army's battalion named Batuk Dal Battalion. Previously, Batuk Dal Company, an independent company, was erected in the name of this god, Batuk Bhairav. So, this god is directly related to Nepalese army as well, not only the civilian populace over here. So, I talk about the relation of this fort during the Anglo-Nepal War. Definitely, in the first page, under the command of Colonel Ranabir Singh Thapa, he deployed his armies with big cannons at this fort. There is no doubt. In the second phase, other commander, Kazi Bakhtabir Thapa, he deployed huge army over here with big cannons. Over here, many armies were deployed here. The logistic induction was here. And then after the Anglo-Nepal War, Nepal had participated in international military alliance, namely the Sipai Mutiny 1857. During the time of King Surendra Saha and Prime Minister Janga Bahadur Rana, huge number of army was deployed, inducted here before release from this point. Training, the distribution of weapons, ammunitions, and other rations had done from this fort. And then Prime Minister Janga Bahadur Rana himself, he led that military operation, the Sipai Mutiny, to suppress the Sipai Mutiny. Then after, during the First World War, huge number of Nepalese army, they inducted here. They synchronized here. So, after that, during the Second World War, huge number of Nepalese army marched via this fort and they were inducted here. And after that, in 1947, while India had a big problem, the Hyderabad problem, after 47, while they were liberated from British colony, they had big massacres between the Hindus and Muslims. So Nepalese government supported by the military assistance with a huge number. So look at, if we talk about the military assistance, it gets long history from this fort. Moreover, it is the power center of foreign affairs. It was the immigration. Most of the diplomats from UK or some other parts of the Europe or India, they had to come from this point. And it was the main taxation center. It was the immigration center. This point used to control the visa of the mountain people, Pahadiya people, Sherpa, Damai, Kami, Rai, Gurung, Rana, Saha, everybody, they had to get visa to cross this station towards the plain areas, Tarai or India. Also, the Madhes, from the Madhes, so-called Madhes, but it's Tarai. And the people who used to travel via Ilam or Dhangadi or Baitadi, they had to travel by train. And they had to then get off at Rockshol and had to cross over from this. They also needed the visa at this point. So, the provocation of the politician from Tarai region, so-called Madhya areas, they say the visa was only for the Madhesis to enter to Kathmandu. It's absolutely unjust. I repeat again, even the royal families from the Shah dynasty, they were compelled to get visa to cross the point, and while they used to be out from the point and get in to the Kathmandu valley in the two times. Even the Rana generals, Rana families, it was must for them also. Each and every person. So it was like immigration center, like the airport presently. So please do not let us not blame our administrative center, administrative history, system, immigration system, our security culture. That was the parade. So then after, it used to be governed by the Bada Hakim, I could say magistrate, very powerful magistrate. Here, he had a big office over here, including army parade ground, army barracks, other officials, other office, and the parade ground, Turikel, and many officers here. And there were so many cannons used to be deployed here. I had seen myself, and this cannon is built during the time of the Prime Minister Jangabahadur and His Majesty Surendra Bikram Saha. It is after Anglo-Nepal War. So this is very historical in terms of our diplomacy, in terms of our tax collection, in terms of our immigration system, in terms of military mobilization. Many, very many. So let's have joint effort to collect, to rewrite, to write the history, the value, and to revive its culture, heritage of this food, the Batuk Bhairav temple, Kali Top, and many more. And there is a big well here. I've seen a small fort over there, the older than it. In between there is a big well for the reservation, the drinking water for the emergency time during the war. So we'll be visiting down the old fort. It's also a small fort. It is the frontline fort for the depth of the main fort, which where we were before there. So it is especially for the rifles also and the cannons. It's well built, almost 100 meter the length. The width is almost 25 meter. It's very well built, and it's just for the cover. We say Nepal is art. So it's a continuation. In between, there were two wells, water reserve tank. I had seen it myself. I have measured it, but I could not locate this time because of the bushes. So finally, to conclude, the Chisapani for the main and the small one. These are the histories, symbol of the bravery, symbol of our architect, symbol of our many things. So that we should preserve it, we should maintain it, and it's from our joint effort.